Hi, it's Tony Ozanne, and on this episode of the Small Interview Project, I'll be talking to Leanne Shea-Langdown from Achieve Beyond. Today on the Small Interview Project, I'm with Leanne Shea-Langdown, and she's from Achieve Beyond, which represents quite a few brands. She has Achieve Beyond, which is consulting, she's an author, and she's a blogger. So how are you, Leanne?
I'm very well, Tony. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thanks for taking part in the interview project for me. Okay, you ready to get into it?
I am.
Achieve Beyond, all those things I mentioned before. Tell me about what it is you do.
Okay, yeah, I am an author and I'm a blogger and a consultant and a mum.
And a mum.
Yep. And Achieve Beyond is a success consultancy. So basically what I do is help people achieve their goals, whatever those goals might be. In addition to that, we also produce a series of children's books called Cheer, Chick, Charlie.
Okay. With
the associated product line. And as part of that, I'm also a bit of a blogger because I like to write.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the blogging and the Cheer, Chick, Charlie.
Okay, so blogging was something that I just fell into because of my desire to write, and it's led to some wonderful opportunities actually from a business point of view. I was a finalist last year in the Samsung Global Blogger. It was called the Global Blogger Awards, and they were trying to find bloggers to send to the London Olympics. Anyway, I made it to the finals of that, which was brilliant.
Excellent.
And Disney Australia actually sent me to the opening of Cars Land at Disneyland in June last year as the Australian blogger.
So you were representing Australia in that?
I was
Fantastic.
Part of the Australian media, so I was travelling with other print media.
Okay, great.
Which was fantastic.
And Cheer, Chick, Charlie?
Cheer, Chick, Charlie. Well, Cheer, Chick, Charlie is my baby. I probably spend 50% of my business time on Charlie. It is a children's book series. We've just written book number 5 and it will be produced soon. We have an interactive website, we've got an app that's about to come out, we've got a product line, live entertainment. Cheer, Chick, Charlie is all about helping children with confidence and resilience and health and fitness.
Okay, excellent. All right, well I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more about some of those as I go through some of the questions I have for you today, Leanne. So let's go back a little bit. Tell me, why did you go into business?
To be honest, Tony, I actually fell into it.
Okay.
And that's probably not the best strategy.
Yep.
I worked for the Australian government for 14 years.
Yep.
And in 2006, I actually left to be a mum.
Okay.
And part of my role in the Australian government, I was a senior executive assistant for a long time, and then I became the executive officer to the Australian Chief Veterinary Officer. And one of the things I used to do was mentor and coach people. And when I left, there was still a demand for that. So I sort of started doing it as a hobby. And then saw it as a bit of a business opportunity, but only really ever ran it as a hobby business until a couple of years ago when I decided, okay, there really is a business opportunity here, and that's when I set up Achieve Beyond properly. Right,
and that's when the blogging and the book writing came into it.
Yep.
Okay, great. I think I probably know the answer to this question based on your last answer, but if you had your time over again, what would you change?
Yeah, exactly. I would change how I went about creating a business because I didn't have any strategy behind it when I started. And look, it was great. I made great networks in that hobby phase.
Yep.
But once you sort of started in a hobby phase, you get into some bad habits.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I had to really sit down 2 years ago and basically almost start again.
Okay, I was about to ask you, did you learn your lesson when you started Cheer, Chick, Charlie? Did you actually plan that a little bit better?
Absolutely, I did. Cheer, Chick, Charlie is very strategic.
Excellent. Good to hear. Good to hear. What's been your biggest challenge so far in business, or with any of the businesses?
Time.
Time?
Absolutely. So for me at the moment, with all those hats that I'm wearing, you can imagine that all of them are quite draining on my time. And so I've got a fairly strict approach to time management and have certain systems in place where I'm wearing certain hats on different days.
Okay, so you do structure it differently, so one day is Cheer, Chick, Charlie, one day is Achieve Beyond?
Pretty much. With Achieve Beyond, obviously I have clients and I need to take their needs into consideration.
Sure.
So I do need to be flexible.
Yep.
So I might map out my week. It might have to be different each week.
Okay.
But when I've got those blocks of time, I have to use them.
Sure. Plenty of late nights?
Early mornings.
Early mornings.
I'm
Okay, you're a morning
up at
person.
5 a.m. You'll find me on an email. You'll get emails from me at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. How do you balance working on and in your business? And based on it, you probably answered that a little bit, but how do you actually, focus on the strategic side of things now that you've learned that lesson?
How do I do that? Well, it really is the time management,
Yep.
and you have to be action orientated. There is no success without action.
Yep.
So there's no fluffing around the edges.
Okay.
You just got to get in there and you've got to do it.
Yep.
So if I've actually blocked out a certain amount of time where I am in some sort of preparation mode, then I have to use that time for that preparation mode. And if I've blocked out time for meetings and actually face-to-face or seeing clients, then that's how that time has to be utilised.
Yeah.
I schedule right down to the 5 minutes, to be honest. Tony.
Okay, oh, that's good. So it sounds like procrastination is not a word in your vocabulary. That's good to hear. And my final question for you, Leanne, is what advice would you have for people thinking about going into business now?
I would actually suggest a few things. Number one, getting like a business coach like
Yep.
yourself.
Yep.
Starting to develop networks fairly early on, and there are a lot of ways to get networks around the place.
Yep.
ACT is actually quite good.
Yeah, definitely.
For different networks. I'd also start, looking at possible strategic alliances
Okay. Yep.
with other businesses. I really believe strongly in that. So that's all part of the networking.
Yep.
Making sure that you're doing some sort of income generating activity
Yep.
every single day. And I also think, Tony, you've got to have a fairly good vision.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think visualisation is part of that process.
Okay.
And when you're going into the planning phase, because only planning for the next 12 months or only having a vision for the short term probably isn't the best approach if you want the business to be successful.
Yeah, definitely. It limits you in your opportunities, doesn't it?
That's right.
Okay, excellent. Look, Leanne, thank you very much for your time today. You've got some amazing opportunities with your different businesses you're doing, especially the Chew Chick Charlie. I'm very excited by that, and my daughter does read those books. So.
Oh, good. Yes.
So you've got one customer.
Yep.
Yeah, one customer there, so that's good. But good luck with everything, and thanks for taking part in the interview today.
Thanks, Tony.
Bye.
Bye.